prolific in the forward half, and he's a really good ball user. He's been helping with those forays forward, setting up by Lachlan and Boyden on multiple occasions. And now back in the middle for the start of the second half. Craker wins that one down there for Greensborough, trying to barrel through there. I think was Stead, the man that we just mentioned, and now at ground level, a few players around the footy. One of them is Naina, sweeping handball out wide, gets it to Keenan, and now Montmorency moving forward. But picking that one up off the deck for Greensborough after a little bit of sloppy play from the Montmorency midfield was McQuilkin. Got it over to Griffiths and then got it to Mullins. Mullins moving it towards half forward now. Jordan is caught behind that contest. Good effort there by, I think it's Molinaro, who's done well there in the middle of the ground. Got it back and then gave it off to a teammate. And Monty having a bit of trouble getting it away from their back half. Really good tackle there laid by Cameron Jordan. It's going to be holding the ball. And Greensborough, another great start potentially to the second half. Gave it off to Stanton. Stanton, long kick inside forward 50 in the Mickey O direction. It's going to land in the arms of that man, Mickey O. Gives off a handball. Lachlan gave the handball and Grubb kicked the goal. And Greensborough, sensational stuff there. They extend their lead to 8 points, and what a great start to this fantastic game, fantastic second half.
Well, Lachlan's had now 3 direct goal assists, but each quarter has started with a very quick goal. Cameron Jordan kicked the opening goal, the first, very quickly. Fitzgerald kicked the first or the second in the first 20 seconds, and now Grubb kicks his third goal, the third Greensborough player to kick a third goal. So the Borough off to a flying start here, 13-3-81 to Montmorency, 11-6-72 as the umpire throws it back up in the middle of the ground. Craker, who's been arguably best of field in the middle of the ground, gets it down to Tristan Stead. He couldn't control it, he does now, taps it up to himself, now off to Matty Fowler. Fowler kicks out into space, makes his teammate run for the footy. It looks like it's a rim tool there. The pole gets in my way, but now the game continues as Fowler tries to wrap up a big tackle. Jackson at ground level gave a handball out. Moulton chipping forward in the direction of Fitzgerald, picked it up beautifully at his ankles. Chiocci, goal on the run, looks pretty good, he likes it, and he's celebrating it through. It's a goal to Alex Chiocci with the quick reply. A great pick up there by Paddy Fitzgerald at his ankles. For a big man, he moves so well.
And it's been one of the themes of the day, the quick reply there, and great effort there by Alex Chiocci and Monty to peg one back there after Greensborough kicked the first goal. This is just a fantastic game of footy, boys.
So 2 goals in 2 minutes at the start of the third quarter. Just a few of my notes from the second quarter. I thought Wilson, Craker, Burns, Mullins and Stanton all stepped up for Greensborough, and it really turned into a team effort there in that second quarter, and hopefully we get something similar here in the second half as the ball is back in the centre of the ground now, and it is Craker to do the ruck work against Paddy Fitzgerald, who's now gone into the ruck, and Fitzgerald taps it over his head, but Stead wins it out of the midfield. Well, his kick was smothered off the boot, and Niner now clears it out of the midfield for Montmorency up towards the wing. Burton gets it off the ground level but fumbles it at the last moment there, tries to win it back here from Montmorency, but the ball comes out
Stead.
now to Stead on the break. Stead has to wheel around, the little dummy on one. Grubb sidesteps around another, bounces, but wrapped up in a tackle there, and I think advantage paid here to Montmorency. Tennant's handball was wayward, goes out to Greensborough, and they go inside the forward 50 here, bounces just in front of Jordan, has to run onto it here, but Coghill taps it out in the other direction, and Montmorency have it in the back pocket here over to Tennant now, and they'll play on from the wing here.
Tennant does nicely and gets it out to the teammate in Ryan. Ryan has to shrug a tackle, and he does well, and then goes on the left foot, gets it up to right half forward in front of Walton. He's a few paces in front of his man in Johnston. Good, it was a nice little idea from Walton to get the handball to the run of his teammate, but his teammate couldn't get there in time, and a good clearing kick by Craker, but a chance again for Montmorency. But they've turned the ball over as well, but the umpire has paid a free kick.
It was in the back free kick, so it's going to go Greensborough's way. And Harley Ryan went out of the game in the second quarter, barely called his name, and that free kick there went to Fowler, who chipped it on further through. That ball smothered though, now a chance for Montmorency to intercept, but the boundary line beats all. So yeah, just on Ryan, he was prolific in the first quarter. I don't think he called his name in that second quarter as Greensborough got a hold of Montmorency. So
there will be a throw in on the centre wing, outer side. Ruckman go at it, and Fitzgerald wins it straight out of the ruck. He drops it at the last second. Umpire blows the whistle and says we'll have another stoppage here. This time a ball up, still on the outer side.
Haynes, Pavitt and Willits were also very influential in that first quarter. Didn't call their names very often in the second.
Umpire throws it up, Fitzgerald and Craker to do the ruck work, and Craker gets a little flick over the back of his head. Stead running onto this one now and puts it on the left. Goes inside 50 with a wobbling kick. O'Loughlin at the back, but Mick Fitzgerald wins it here for Montmorency. String of handballs in defence here for Montmorency, and eventually they get it back out wide. Poor kick, but Montmorency still have it here on the outer side. Ryan has to dance around one. Mick Fitzgerald has time to get the sloppy handball off, but the kick was poor and it goes straight to the arms of Jamie Craker on the outer side. So now Greensborough can move back up inside, further up the field, but the kick was a poor one.
That's a ruckman's kick.
It was a ruckman's kick.
That's why they handball so often, isn't it? So now the throw in to go at half forward for the Borough. Craker from behind, couldn't win it down. Extracted there by, was it Flint at the front. Long kick up the centre forward. Willits just used his body magnificently and outmarks Drew Wilson. That centre forward, he's gone back very slowly, almost as if he's going to have a shot here.
It's a big kick.
Take a good 55 to 60 metre kick from here from Willits. His side trails by 3 points. We have played so far in this term 5 minutes in the third.
I'll back him.
Goes back. It's a high kick. It's a long kick. It's going to go right to the line. And Walton comes flying in, and the mark's paid. To Ben Walton flying in from the side.
Oh, no.
And they're going to pay for the man in front, is it? So the mark paid Greensborough's way, and we were impeded here by the post. It looked like it was Walton's ball, but the man in front, well, his kick was smothered off the boot, so the ball 15 metres out, the high free kick goes Greensborough's way, and it looks like it's going to go to Josh Griffiths, who got underneath Pavitt there, diving at the footy, chip over the top to Drew Wilson. He give a handball to a running Stanton. Now Stanton stopped and he's put himself under the pump now, Stanton. Handball smothered. This will probably lead to a goal, and Monty Chiocci flicks it on, and running in is Burton, who kicks the goal, and Luke Stanton will wish he had his time again. He was just too calm in the back line. He had to stream out of there. He had his momentum up. He stopped and he just waited, and his handball was smothered, and it ended there. And Chris Burton's second goal, and the Magpies, well, they take back the lead. 2 straight goals in the past 5 minutes sees them move to 12 goals, 684. Greensborough is 13 goals, 381, a 3-point ball game here at War Memorial Park.
Had a bit of the Harry Taylor circa 2008 about him in that situation there. Stanton
just didn't want to kick it.
A little bit too laconic, just trying to muck around a little bit and find a short handball option. Didn't work out for him. And now back in the middle, Donaldson barging through, trying to get it forward here for Mont. And working hard also was Keenan. Got a little handball out to Jackson. Jackson chipped it back over to Donaldson. Donaldson can now wheel around onto the right foot, tries to get it in the direction of Pavitt. Good work by Chris Clark to try and bring the ball to ground. And then he had to lay a good tackle. And the umpire has said it's going to be a free kick to Pavitt. He actually grabbed him around the neck there, Chris Clark. He'll be disappointed with that. He's a small man, Pavitt, it's easy to chop him in the head there.
Yeah, it probably just wasn't careful enough, was he? Pavitt stayed low. With more experience, he knew if he stayed low, he was probably going to earn that free kick, and no arguments from Clark there. He clearly got Pavitt high. So an opportunity for Monty to kick 2 in a minute, and would stretch the lead out to 9 points as Pavitt comes in for what would be his second goal of the afternoon. Deliberate approach, shot on goal, likes it off the boot, gives a little bit of a celebration, and Wayne Pavitt has 2 goals. Montmorency out to a 9-point lead. The Magpies 14-6-90. Greensborough 13-3-81, 9 points of difference. We have played in this third quarter just on 7 minutes.
It's astounding how accurate both teams have been today. It's been 13-3 to 14-6. I mean, there's been so many shots on goal and from all different angles as well. And most of the players have put them straight through the middle.
We'll go around the grounds quickly. Jordan Epping 7-7-49 to McLeod 11-10-76. West Preston Lakeside 6-5-41 to Eltham 4-14-38, and Lowell Plenty 5-6-36 trailing Bundoora 12-10-82.
So 90 plays 81 here, a 9-point ball game in favour of Montmorency in the centre of the park here for the restart of play. We'll have a secondary ball up. Umpire throws it up. Fitzgerald still doing the ruck work here. Niner trying to get it out there for Montmorency. Ball just bobbling around here in the middle of the park. No clear advantage to either side, and we'll have a third ball up in the centre.
In Division 2, it's 62 apiece at Hurstbridge and North Heidelberg. Diamond Creek 24 trailing Whittlesea 38, Mernda 59. Training Laylaw 69 and South Brain 56.
Mickey over the ground.
Over the back, finds Burns in the goal square, and he set up another one. He set up 4 goals, Mickey O'Loughlin. That was a great effort out of the middle of the ground. Another good clearance there, and that was Scott Conti on that occasion, who got it deep into the forward half. Mickey O'Loughlin read it better than the Monty defence, was able to sneak out the back, gave a little handball over to Aaron Burns. He was able to put through his first goal of the day. That should be a good confidence booster for Aaron Burns. And as I was saying before, 3 goals for Mickey O'Loughlin and 4 direct goal assists. Outstanding influence he's having on this game, Mick.
Again, it was the Greensborough midfielders winning the clearance there. It was Conti that time who won it straight out of the centre, as you said, Tommy, and sent it straight inside the forward 50, and Mickey O just worked his magic. As the ball is back in the centre of the ground here, Craker taps it down, but it comes to Keenan. He loses the ball and it hits the deck. What does the umpire say here? He's blowing the whistle, and it looks like there will be a free kick to Greensborough in this situation. So Craker will have it in the centre of the park. He's got Stead to his left if he wants to give the hands off, but goes inside the forward 50 here. At the back, Mikio's there, but Tennant takes a good safe mark, as he always has, in the back for Montmorency, and they move it out wide here to Coghill on the half-back flank. He goes with the chip kick up to Burton. Well, he was the target. Ball comes off hands, and umpire says, well, Greensborough will get the free kick here, so it is Barnett now on the outer side, and he goes 50. With a big kick inside the forward 50, and there will be a 50-metre penalty given, so...
Approaching the mark, that one paid for.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's 3 times that's happened now for against Montmorency.
A goal here, and they take the lead again, Greensborough.
It would. 3-point ball game at the moment.
Gee, it's been a game of just so many momentum swings, hasn't it been? Monty kicked 3 goals in a row here, and now a chance for Greensborough to reply with 2 in really in no time. As coming in now is Barnett, well within range, shot on goal. It's going to fade nicely in, and Barnett kicks his first goal for the day. He was an inclusion this weekend, of course. There's 3 changes made to the Greensborough lineup, and Barnett kicks his first goal of the day. It is Greensborough 15 goals, 393. Montmorency is 14-6-90. Around the grounds in Division 3, Panton Hill 11-4-70 is broken away from Heidelberg West 6-3-39. Thomastown 8-11-59 to Watsonia 8-9-57. And Parkside 10-7-67 to St Mary's 9-3-57.
Back in the middle, Craker wins it down into the path of Gunn. Matty Fowler picks it up off the deck, goes for a high ball inside 50. Great body work there by Harley Ryan to take the mark there at half-back. But the kick was a little bit of a scrubby one out to between wing and half-back. Matty Hyde reads it nicely there for Greensborough. Gives it over to Barnett, the last goal scorer. He slips the ball nicely inside 50, and Burns takes the mark. He's about 50 metres out. He's not going to turn around. He's going back to take the set shot. He's a left footer, so this is going to be a very difficult set shot on the left-hand side of the ground, about 40 metres out. Pretty difficult angle, but we've seen Aaron Burns kick some miraculous goals in the past. I remember last year we were here, and in this pocket he kicked a remarkable left foot check side from the left forward pocket, so he goes with the drop punt on this occasion. Plenty of height on the kick. It's going to get the distance, but just fading out to the left. So 1 behind there for Aaron Burns. He's got 1 goal, 2 today.
I think he probably had memories of that one with the reasons going for that shot as well. It's always going to be a pretty tough effort from that pocket. Margin now 4 points. The plane flies overhead.
Out on the outer side here, Paddy Fitzgerald handballs off to the run of Walton, who goes up to Burton, who takes it on the mark. Goes short to Pavitt, and Pavitt takes a good chest mark. That was really well done there for Montmorency. They moved the ball really quickly up along the wing, and Pavitt now has it in the forward pocket. That was, about 10-15 seconds they got it coast to coast.
Crisp ball movement, wasn't it?
So Pavitt in the forward pocket here. Tommy, take us through it.
Yes, Pavitt was on the end of that kick. It was a lovely bit of work, as I was mentioning, through the middle of the ground there by Monty. And when they've been challenged, they've just lowered the eyes a little bit and used the ball pretty well. Pavitt now with the right football. It's going to go close to the goal line. Great mark taken there by Jack Johnston on the last line of defence for Greensborough. And very important mark taken there with a slender 4-point lead. Greensborough trying to maintain the small advantage that they've got. Now, still on the last line of defence, Johnston. He has to use the ball well. He runs away and goes with a right foot kick that is not going to go to its intended target. Straight out on the full over the head of Luke Stanton. Had to be a good kick, and just under a bit of pressure there. Didn't use the ball well. And coming back in from the Montmorency player in Chiocchi, that ball faded out to the left, and it's going to be 1 behind.
Yeah, it was a speculative shot there from Chiocchi, hard up against the boundary line. As we now have it back at full-back here with Drew Wilson. Just sizing up his options further up the field. Decides to go with the spearing kick out to the right back flank. McCormican's there. He got crunched in the butt there. Ball spills out to the pocket. Stanton in chase here. Chiocchi's there as well. Fighting for the scraps down there, and the umpire says, give it to me.
Around the grounds, Division 2, Hurstbridge 62, trailing North Heidelberg 68, Diamond Creek 30, trailing Whittlesea 61, Mernda 66, within 3 points of Laylaw 69, South Rank 62, Fitzroy Star 67 as the umpire now throws the ball up right in front of us here in the commentary box. Says the ball is 1 down by Fitzgerald, kicks it to the hot spots, 3-on-1, Greensborough's way, ball though bounces straight to Jesse Donaldson. His fly on goal is wayward and ends up out of bounds on the full.
So another free kick here for Greensborough from an out of bounds on the full. Looks like it's going to be Johnson, I think it is back there, or maybe even Wilson. It will be Wilson here. Actually, it's going to go to Mullins instead. He's playing further in defence at the moment. So he's just sizing up his options again further up the field. We've got a lead coming out on the outer side. That's Barnett who's making the lead, and he takes the mark as well.
Having the boundary line there.
That was very well done there. Good kick And Barnett goes further up the field now to the flank. Boyden in front, doesn't take the mark. He's challenged there from Molinaro, and coming out with it there was Collins, who handballs out to Coghill. Handballs over the top now to Flint. Flint goes inboard to Molinaro again, who's caught up in a tackle. Is that holding the ball? Umpire says yes, it is.
Greensborough fans
so a free kick there to Coleman Gunn. He hands off to McQuilkin there. McQuilkin goes with that was a shocking kick out to the boundary line, just kept in there, but marked by Montmorency player Ryan. He goes to the left foot kick up to Niner. Niner's got an acre of space in front of him. He can take a bounce. He goes with the right foot kick up to the hot spot. Burton all by himself, takes the mark out the back, plays on and kicks a goal for Montmorency.
Monty back in front.
Burton kicks his third goal of the day to this quarter. It all started with that turnover from McQuilkin, didn't it? It was just it was an interesting kick to say the least. It was wide and there was really no one there to kick it to, so more in hope than anything else, and it led to a coast-to-coast play by Montmorency, who take back the lead 15-7-97. Greensborough 15-4-94. Have had what must be the third lead change for the quarter, and it's the Magpies by 3 points halfway through the third term.
And Greensborough have been generally very good by foot for most of the day, but most of the goals that Montmorency have kicked throughout the day have been from skill errors going inside the forward 50, and then they've just been able to run through the middle of the ground from their back half and use the ball brilliantly as they did on that occasion. So Greensborough just have to lower the eyes a little bit when they're going inside the forward half. McQuilkin will know that wasn't the right decision, and I'm sure he'll be better when he gets another opportunity.
So it's 3 points of difference. Montmorency's favour, 94 plays 97 halfway through the third. It is a shootout here at War Memorial Park. Mullins lays a big tackle in the middle of the ground. Ball, which way is it going to come out? Still in and amongst it there is Tennant, and the umpire calls for the footy. As Tennant and Craker exchange a few words, umpire, he throws it up quickly to get around any potential dust up there as, well, McQuilkin tried to break through and Willits had him wrapped up in a bear hug. So we start again for the third time. And I think the umpire, they've dobbed Willits in here for the blood. The umpire says no, he's right, so we continue some childish antics going on. Willits won that tap down, trying to crush through there with Steed, did it really well, but then he just dropped the footy at the last moment. At ground level, running out of this pack, there's Gunn, kicks it to space. O'Loughlin in the lead, couldn't take the mark out the back though. It looks like Coghill's going to pick it up.
And they're going to work it out of the back half through that man, Coghill, right foot kick, gets it out to the back flank. He finds Ben Haynes and he can move it into the middle through Luke Jackson. He's got Dan Keenan further afield if he wants to go to that option, but he decides to slow it up between wing and half back. He goes for a long ball in the direction of Fitzgerald. He's got to get up. Walton almost took the mark as well at ground level, both of them working hard. Naina are also in there, but the Greensborough defence working really hard to lock it up, and there'll be a bounce here at left half back.
Again, Montmorency moving it really quickly up along the flank, and it's working really well for them. Gone from defence up into the forward 50 here as it moves out to the right half forward flank area for Montmorency. Ball on the deck, and the umpire has awarded a free kick for pushing the back, so Montmorency are going to have a shot on goal here, and it looks like Wayne Pavitt's got it out there, who handballs straight away inboard, and a little chip kick inside to Jesse Donaldson, and he takes the mark inside 50, and he's going to go back and kick a goal, which will be his second for the day.
So it's also a good effort from here. Long range kick would be needed by Donaldson. He kicked forward the last time he played on this ground. He did kick the last goal of the second quarter. It was a much needed one. Got his side back within a goal at half time, and he comes in now. A hopping start. Kick always looked like missing near side. It's coming back actually. I might have sold him short. It's gone through. And Donaldson's fist pump told the tale in the end. Donaldson kicks his second. Monty get two in a row, and they move out to 16-7-103. Greensborough is 15-4-94. Really high scoring game. We've played 18 minutes here in the third quarter.
Well, they need to do what they did in the second quarter for the majority of the second quarter, and that is reply quickly. That is Greensborough reply quickly to a Montmorency goal. So, as we saw in the second term, or in the majority of the first half, winning it out of the centre here is going to be essential here as Rintoul goes up in the ruck. Fist out to the outer side. McQuilkin here dashes around one, gets it off to Conlon Gunn, has no one on, so couldn't really do much with the ball here. Jackson gets it back from Montmorency, handballs out to Keenan, who spills it, gets it back and handballs further out wide. Dashing around one here is Jesse Donaldson up along the boundary line, goes with a check side kick inside the forward line. Good fist over the boundary line over the goal line, and a rush behind there. Drew Wilson doing some good defensive work.
It's been important, Drew Wilson. Paddy Fitzgerald just the one goal today. As we mentioned in the pre-match, he's kicked 28 goals in the last 6 weeks, so fantastic effort by Drew Wilson. He's also been good with his run and carry out of defence, and he uses the ball nicely there, but it's not going to find his intended target of Rintoul, but Rintoul did well to effect the spoil on Tennant. Man wrapped up straight away in the middle of that pack was Collins. It was wrapped up nicely there by Daniel Fowler, and now the ball up again, trying to work his way through there was Matty Hyde, and wrapped up straight away was Chioki, who also had hands on the footy. There'll be yet another bounce at half forward here, and going in again is Rintoul, and he taps it, couldn't get it to the advantage of one of his teammates. Collins did well to get it to Ryan. Ryan goes in the direction of Donaldson. He'd have to be good to take that mark. He couldn't, but at ground level he tries to get a handball out to a teammate. He eventually is able to work it to one of those in the direction of Pavitt. High kick off the back. Almost a free kick could have been paid to Paddy Fitzgerald, but a fantastic spoiling effort there from Chris Clark to get it over for another rush behind.
He's a good defender there. Chris Clark did very well in that situation as the ball is moved out wide, deep in the pocket there, and McWilkin takes the mark. The skipper of the Greensborough Football Club just looking to go further out wide, goes on the left and finds a man out there. Looks like Boyden making the run up there, but a good mark taken in front there by the Montmorency man as he gets up off the pack, just trying to get a read on that. It is Tennant, so again another strong contested mark taken from Tennant. Many handballs off to Flint, who goes inside the forward 50 here. Fitzgerald and Willits. Willits with front position, and he takes the mark inside the forward 50, and he's going to go back and put Montmorency further ahead.
Great read of the play by Tennant. Smart to give the hands off to Flint, who just shot in a beauty of a little dart straight onto the chest of the man in Willits, and now he's going to line up for the set shot. That was a perfect kick. That was exactly what kick was required for the situation. And the umpire has called Willits for the blood rule, as Sam was mentioning earlier, and the Greensborough fans are overjoyed.
It was literally a little speck on his elbow, and someone noticed it. One of the Greensborough footballers noticed it, and dobbed him in for it. So he's gone off for a little bit of blood on his shoulder.
Naina to take the set shot now.
It is. So
still in good hands, has to be said.
Yeah. See if Naina can make the distance here. He is around about a kick from about 45 metres, so you expect him to get it easily.
Important kick too.
45.
Extends the margin to that's going to take it out to 17 points.
45-degree angle. Just I think we're waiting for Willits to get off the ground and someone to come back on.
Big moments here for both clubs. I guess Greensborough's really got a hold on there. Struggling here as the handball's given up to Ryan, who's a left foot kick. That's a wobbler. Floats to the front of the pack. Dropping it in the front there was Johnson. At ground level, gun extracts. Handball. There's going to be a free kick advantage played, but works on to Stanton. Stanton, well, we're impeded here by a ute with a couple of people on top, but it's McQuilkin with the handball. Dangerous one, but Stanton makes it look okay. Here's handball, though, intercepted by Whitling. Tries to barge through. Luke Jackson now. Well, he went off to Ryan. He couldn't take it at his ankles. Ryan, he taps it to himself. Big tackle laid on Jackson now. That was a Luke variety. Great work by Rintoul, and the free kick paid. It's going to go to Greensborough, and Matty Hyde, in fact, is the one who's going to take the kick.
So Hyde in the right back pocket here for Greensborough. They need to move it up along the wing and hope to get another goal here. They are trailing by 11 points. A kick up to the flank and a good mark. Tennant dropped it right at the last second. Ball comes out the way of Greensborough. Handball on. Possession a bit sloppy out here on the outer side. Being hemmed up against the boundary line here, and they move it inboard up to the half-forward flank. Mickey O, he was outnumbered 2-1, and Flint takes a good mark. Keenan takes a good mark in defence and switches it out to the outer side. Chiocci's out there and just takes a mark and slows it down for Montmorency. Chips up to Donaldson, just in front of Conlon Gunn. And
got Naina.
Montmorency just chipping it around here. Naina is the next one in the link, and handballs off to Ryan. Ryan has to dash around one and does very well. Goes with the left foot kick, a deep kick inside the forward 50. Fitzgerald flies, but a good mark taken out the back there from Stead. He's been fantastic today.
Magnificent.
Surely a contender for the Norell and Pools player of the day. He's been consistent right throughout the three quarters so far. Going inside the middle here. The ball's turned over and Montmorency have it back. Niner going inside the forward line here. A big fist out the back from Clark. He's been very good as well in defence. And the ball comes to the outer side. Stanton overlapping handball to Rintoul. Rintoul has to go with the kick inboard. On the ground here, Jordan's there, so's Tennant running onto it. Just kept in there from Tennant inside the boundary line, and a handball out the back to a teammate there. It looks like Coghill with the big kick up to the right half forward flank here. And Clark again with a good defensive mark. Has to juggle it a few times, but takes it eventually, and he's been fantastic just in the last 5 minutes, Chris Clark.
He flew from the side there, brilliant mark, and then he chipped it up forward to a running grub with the right foot straight away, deep into the forward 50. Mickey O almost took the mark, but Mickey Fitzgerald, again, another good bit of defensive work there from him. Gets it out to Ryan Jackson. He swings it in the middle to Luke Jackson. He can give a handball off to Flint, who was calling for it, but he decides to go the other way. He plays on to the boundary side of the ground. Little chip up in the direction of Walton, but a good mark taken by Griffiths.
It's probably the longest period we've gone throughout the day without a goal, I would have thought.
Yeah,
They've locked on 16 goals to 15. It's Monty leading by 11 points. Dangerous kick though, but it's still going to pay off for Greensborough. Handball from Barnett. Opens up Stanton. His kick's an absolute shocker inside 50. There's going to be a turnover, and Monty now clearing their lines from half-back. Kick out wide to the wing for Pavitt. Pitches in front of him, but he gets onto his left foot. I don't know where he was kicking that one. Straight to Alex Rintoul. Rintoul now over to Stanton. Takes the mark. Looking for runners. Can't find one, so he has to go back over his mark. Luke Stanton's got a man making space for him. It's going to be a 2-on-1. He goes that direction. It wasn't the best option. He's gone for Burns, and Shane Tennant got across. Willits there to help him, who's got the ball now.
He switches out wide and finds a man on the outer side by himself in Daly. Has to run onto this one. The kick was a bit heavy. Just keeps it inside. No, he doesn't. He fumbles it at the last second. So we'll have a throw in on the outer side centre wing.
Just around the grounds, Epping 56, trailing McLeod 97. West Preston 42, trailing Eltham 47. And Lowell 20-49, trailing Bundoora 94.
Big fist there from the third man up, but a free kick has been awarded. And it will go the way of...
And a card.
There's a bit of a tussle going on the outer side. So the card has been shown. And just waiting to see who emerges from. 2 yellow cards, in fact. So probably one from each team. Looks like Boyden has received one of the yellow cards there for Greensborough.
I think Whitling's the other man, it might be as well. So a blow there for the Borough if it's Boyden, if that's the case, as the players make their way from the field now.
So they'll be off for about 10 minutes. I think the yellow card.
15 minutes.
15 minutes it is. So they'll miss most of the last quarter. 26 minutes gone in this one. So 3/4 time looming. And so 15 minutes out for Boyden.
This game is by no means gone for Greensborough. It's just an 11-point margin at the moment. They're still right in this contest.
Next goal huge over 3/4 time, isn't it? If there is one kicked at all.
Well, you think of what they did in the second quarter, and Nicky O turned it on. They kicked 4 goals in about a couple of minutes. So definitely still in their ability to bring the game back here.
Ryan Jackson gave it to Harley Ryan and moved it further upfield to Daly. Daly got it over to Willits. Willits under pressure straight away, tackled. The handball from Daly wasn't much chop. And now on hands and knees, working really hard, was Griffiths trying to barge his way through, but he couldn't find a teammate either. So Monty still moving forward. That kick inside, I think, was from Keenan, and over the top, almost a mark to Walton. Now on hands and knees, it is Walton and Johnston of Greensborough. Good tackle by Johnston to wrap up the man in Walton, and there's going to be a bounce about 20 metres out from the Monty goal. Dangerous spot for a stoppage here.
I reckon that's a good matchup, putting Johnson on Walton. He's got better closing speed and can go one-on-one as the ball's won out the back here from Greensborough. Stanton hands off, but no further foray for Greensborough would have paid off, as the 3/4 time siren has gone, and the scores at 3/4 time is Greensborough 15-4-94 to Montmorency 16-9-105, an 11-point lead to Montmorency at 3/4 time.
The game is perfectly balanced for trailing Montmorency 16-9-105. It's been a shootout, it's been an epic, and let's hope we get a great last quarter. It is Montmorency leading by 11 points. Jordan Canellas to start the quarter off.
Division 1 round 10 action here. Northern Football League match of the day. Greensborough versus Montmorency in the last quarter is getting underway. Willits gets the tap down, and a big tackle laid there on Jackson in the middle of the park. Willits gets it back again, but Greensborough win it out here. Kick off the ground there from Willits, and it comes out to Stanton, but I believe a free kick has been awarded in the centre of the park.
Kicking
and it will go the way, it is kicking in danger. It will go the way of Greensborough here, and it looks like it's going to be Tristan Stead in the centre. Just looking further up the field, shielding the sun from his eyes. Goes to the big kick into the pocket. Nicky O's there, but a big mark taken. Floating across the pack there was Tennant, and he handballs off to Flint, who goes further up the field. And now we're away here. Luke Jackson has to shrug one tackle, and then now with the run here, Whitling handballs into Willits, who has to handball out wide again before he gets tackled. Jesse Donaldson now has it on the outer side. A right foot kick inside the forward 50 here. Fitzgerald underneath this one. Comes out the back there. Very well done there from Chris Clark. He wins that battle, and he goes with a high kick up to the flank.
Trying to get it out in the direction of, I think it was Burns there on the outer side. It came off his hands, went back inside the Monty forward 50 and rolled out for a boundary throw-in. Really good ball movement along the commentary side of the ground here by Montmorency. Jesse Donaldson getting it up to the top of the square. Fitzgerald just couldn't clunk it there. As Jordan said, a great effort there by Chris Clark as Monty try and move it forward. Little chip kick into the pocket, looking for Fitzgerald. He's trying to pick it up off the deck now. Was tackled, but he worked it forward. It eventually wound up with Ryan Jackson, who goes with a right foot kick. He's just pushed it there to the left. It's going to be one behind.
So 2 straight kicks in it now. It is 16-6, 102 to 15-4 16-10-106 rather to 15-4-94. Really accurate kicking this afternoon. We've played just on 2 minutes here in the final quarter. And the ball now to be brought back out. Greensborough's restart. Where's the kick going to go? It's going to go long, and it's going to go boundary side, the Greensborough side of the ground where the coach's box is. Falls at the back to Ryan Jackson. Oh, in fact, it was Flint. Just really showed some magic there. Went one way, went the other, and he chipped up the line, and he found Ben Walton who kicked a goal from this very similar position in the second quarter where he had no problems whatsoever. He'll be going back, and this would be his 4th goal if he could put it through.
Flint and Tennant have been incredibly important for Montmorency today. They always are, but today in particular, they've been challenged, but they've still used the ball brilliantly and taken a lot of intercept marks across half-back as Walton comes in. I think he's put that one through the middle. The fist pump goes up from Benny Walton, and he's having somewhat of a day out. He's kicked 4 goals straight.
Great effort there by Walton. He had a big first half where he kicked there were 3 goals, and he also set up a handful as well. He was quiet in that second term there, in that third term rather, but he's started the 4th in the best possible fashion. And Montmorency with the all-important first goal, 17-10-112, leading Greensborough 15-4-94.
So a good start here to the last term. Greensborough have to win this one out of the middle and get a quick goal like they did in the second quarter. Quick goal in reply if they want to stay in this one here, because Montmorency, we know they can run away with it in the last quarter. They did that in round 2 to Greensborough, where Greensborough was still in the contest, but Montmorency ran away with it. The Slime, as they're affectionately known as, don't want that to happen again as Craker flies high in the middle of the park. Big tackle laid, and there will be a secondary ball up in the middle. 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes gone in the last term. And Craker and Willits to do the ruck work again. And Willits went it straight down to his man, but Collins gets it there for Montmorency. Handball was a bit heavy. Jordan comes in from the side and wins it back for Greensborough. He goes for the little kick, but it was smothered off the boot, and Collins wins it back here. Goes over the top to Whitling with plenty of dash. He bounces once. He goes to the left foot kick up to centre half forward. Fitzgerald from the back doesn't take the mark. Good fist from behind there from Wilson. Ball off the ground there. Greensborough are going to win it back here. Well, that's if Dan Keenan wasn't there, but they do eventually win it back here, Greensborough. And they go with a kick inside the centre of the ground. Here's Rintoul. They've got some run here now. They can go inside the forward 50. O'Loughlin in the pocket. Doesn't take the mark. Keeps it in. Oh, it's just kept in there from, I think that was Grubb. Burns in the pocket. Doesn't take the mark. He went to ground. Flink at the back. Does very well. Kicks it out wide. Stanton underneath this one. Takes the mark up along the boundary line. Now Greensborough need to get men inside the forward 50 here. Stanton, what can he do from this position? He kicked a goal like this just a few, in the second quarter here. He wheels around on the right foot. Goes deep to the line. Has it got the carry? Just fades across the face of goal. And one behind there for Luke Stanton, trying to emulate what he did in the second term, but didn't come off that time.
So a minor score gets Greensborough 1 point closer, but they still trail by 17. 15-5-95, plays 17-10, 112. As Haynes, dangerous kick, spoiled by Gunn. Ball at ground level now, trying to crash through was Conti, lays a big tackle. Crowd wants it holding the ball, not giving. It's still going to stay with Jamie Craker. Gives a handball off to McCook, and McCook and wide to Jordan. He's got Stanton over the top if he wants him. He chips inside, and Stanton takes the mark deep in the left forward pocket, kicking to the Greensborough club room, and they do need this one to keep in touch. This would reduce the margin to 11 points if he truly.
Well, he really has to play as that second key forward now with Boyden off the ground and Bongetti not in the side. Bongetti not in the side. So he's going to have much more of an impact here at the start of the last term. As he comes in now on a tight angle, right for kick on the way. That was a wobbler going out to the pocket. Can anyone take the mark there for Greensborough? Ball off hands. O'Loughlin keeps it in. Handball's in board to the hot spot. Burns running onto it here. Burns can't get it at the last second there. A tackle off the ground. Common gun. Handball's out wide. Handball off. I think this is Johnson. Goes for the long kick. Has it got the carry? No, just fading out to the right hand again. It was Rintoul, pardon me. But one behind nevertheless for Greensborough.
They're pressing, they're really pressing, they're working really hard to lock it inside the forward half here, the Borough. Kick from Flint goes to the outer side. It's not going to be a clean possession here for Monty on the outer side. A lot of players around the footy. Greensborough working really hard to try and bring it back in. Mullins at the bottom of the coalface there. Working also hard was Luke Jackson there, and he's able to force it out for a boundary throw in. It's on the right half forward flank here for Greensborough. It's a very tight ball game we've got here at the moment. It's a 16-point ball game. Mickey O'Loughlin and Aaron Burns waiting for the ball to come in from the goal square should the Greensborough midfielders get their hands on it first. Ball at the bottom of the pack. Working hard to get it out there is Grubb. Grubb now picks up the footy. He goes with a high ball in the O'Loughlin direction. He almost takes the mark at ground level. He's still being tricky with it. Could have got a free kick there, but Stanton runs in and he just sprays it there off the ground. He had the opportunity to either pick it up, or if he was clever with his soccer skills, he could have put it through for a goal, but just missed that one.
That's 3 behinds there for Stanton in a row. You hope that doesn't hurt his confidence. Looks like the ball's coming back here from Montmorency. They have to retake the kick out.
So the scores here, 15-7, 97 to 17-10, 112. Greensborough getting closer, but just 5 behinds, 15 points of margin. Long kick out came from the back there from Fitzgerald. It was a good 55-metre kick. Might come back in. Rubber kick, big tackle later. That was a good one made by, was it Conti? And, well, the umpire said in the back, was it? So it'll be a free kick to Montmorency.
So Montmorency have it now at left half back. And
bit of a let-off.
Looks like Luke Jackson has it back there on the outer side. He's going to go with a long kick up the line. When he plays underneath this one, underneath the pack, a good mark taken from there from Paddy Fitzgerald. We haven't seen much of him today. Hasn't really taken a big mark either, but there's his first one for the day. He goes inside the forward 50, and a good mark taken in there as well. And that's Ryan Jackson, and he's going to go back and go for his 3rd goal of the day, the skipper of the Montmorency Football Club.
Massive kick now, isn't it? Greensborough had opportunities down one end. Stanton missed a couple of shots, the soccer off the ground as well. It didn't go through. Now Montmorency, against the grain of play, can put one through Luke Jackson. This quarter has now elapsed some 8 minutes, and this would only be the 2nd goal for the term. Both going Monty's way if it goes through. Jackson shot on goal. Umpire does not move. Ryan Jackson has a 3rd goal for the afternoon, and Montmorency now out to a 21-point lead. 18-10, 118. Greensborough 15-7, 97. The Magpies have the past 4 goals.
The Borough will probably need a miracle from here, but we can't question the effort of the Greensborough boys today. They've been fantastic, but it looks like they may go down now. They're just increasing the lead here slightly, Montmorency, and it's not a good time if you're a Borough fan for the opposition to increase the lead.
If they don't win, they can't afford to let it blow out. They've been so close so often against those top 4 sides. They haven't been able to get the win, but now it's about staying competitive if they can't get the win.
So just under 9 minutes gone here in this last term. The ball's cleared out of the midfield. Stanton underneath this one for Greensborough inside their forward 50. McQuilkin comes bussing his way through. Plenty of players around here. They're playing the forward press well here, Greensborough. Plenty of players underneath this one. Free kick has been given to Greensborough, so they will have a shot at goal with Rintoul. Looks like he's going to take it. They need to get players to the goal square here and hope that if it doesn't go long, they'll get the mark there, but Rintoul looks pretty confident he'll make the distance.
Has 1 goal this afternoon, kicked that in the 2nd quarter. It was the 2nd goal of the 2nd quarter, Alex Rintoul. His shot on goal pretty good. Now got it. Rintoul liked it off the boot, and he has 2 goals for the afternoon. I reckon he was a late call-up today. I reckon he's played himself into form for next week as well. Alex Rintoul breaks a 4-goal run for Montmorency and keeps the Borough in it. 16-7, 103. Montmorency's 18-10, 118. We have played in this final quarter some 10 minutes, and it is a 15-point lead to the Borough. Really important stage now. Greensborough really must hit the next goal.
And really important that Rintoul and Stanton step up while O'Loughlin's gone off for a breather. He's just come to the bench, and stepping up there, Stanton created the contest, and then Rintoul won himself the free kick. So good effort by those boys to stay competitive in that forward half. But Monty coming out with the clearance. Willett's got it down to Nana. Nana scrubbed a kick to half forward. Trying to pick it up was Walton. Did it successfully. Got it to Keenan, who was tackled straight away. Well done by the Greensborough defence to work it out. Craker there trying to get a handball out to Matty Hyde, who wanted to run away with the footy, but well wrapped up there in the tackle there by Chiocchi. And we'll have yet another bounce.
So ball on the near side here, centre wing. Umpire throws it up. Willis gets a big fist to it, but Fowler comes out with it there for Greensborough. Handballs it towards the boundary line. Someone needs to win it here for Greensborough, but Flint comes busting his way through, wrapped up in a tackle, drops the ball. It is a free kick going to Greensborough. So Ricky Mullins has it here. He goes out wide and finds Craker hard up along the boundary line. They need to move back inboard here, Greensborough. There's a few players inside the centre of the ground, and he finds in the middle there, looks like Josh Grubb up there in the centre, who goes back out wide. They're just zigzagging their way up along the wing. A little chip kick over the top front. Stanton, who's in the pocket. Stanton wheels around one. Needs to get it on the boot here, but I think he was wrapped up in a tackle.
Oh no!
No,
he's got it. I think it was a high tackle there.
Yeah, a free kick has gone to Greensborough again. After he just impeded on this side of the ground. Stanton goes with the big kick towards the hot spot.
Burns
plays underneath this one here. Burns flies. Mark drop. Ball off hands. Comes to the deck. playing out of the pack there. McCook needs to run onto it. Was that kicking in danger? Umpire says no. Running onto that one, Fitzgerald. Handballs off to Jackson. Great running there, bursting through the midfield. Takes 2 bounces. Goes with a right foot kick. Tries to find a man on the lead. This is Walton underneath this one. Doesn't take the mark.
Ball is it going
to go over? And a free kick, I think, has been paid here. And Walton, I think, was pushed out of that contest. So he'll have a free kick about 10 metres out from goal.
It's been very impressive, Walton. Great in the air, very good at ground level.
All clear has been given because down the other end, the free kick went to Walton. It was socked off the ground. I couldn't quite see the player. Keenan was it in the goal square, and it has been played advantage. So no doubt about the free kick. Going back to the flight, Walton running back. His Greensborough opponent running his back to the ball, chopped an arm, which is always a free kick when not watching the football. And that one there for Keenan probably seals the deal. Montmorency 19-10, 124 in fact. Greensborough 16-7, 103. Mid-stages of the final term.
Just inside, just on that last bit of play there where Greensborough went forward, they had about 2 on 4 contests, I think. They need to get more players inside the forward 50 if they want to take a mark and force the pressure.
So Willits won it down to Naina. He was wrapped up straight away. We'll have yet another bounce in the middle of the ground. 21-point ball game at the moment in favour of Montmorency. As we mentioned before, Greensborough would probably need a miracle to pull off a win here today. Midway through this last quarter, Harley Ryan, who was very influential in the first quarter, charged his way through there, but a good tackle by Matty Fowler, and Conti is now moving, and a little chip ball inside to Cameron Jordan,
Very nice.
And Jordan now has it in the pocket. He's about 30 metres out. It's a pretty tough angle. He doesn't really have any options other than to go for goal, Cameron Jordan, so he just loads up, high kick towards the goal, had to move it quickly, and it was a beautiful ball from Cameron Jordan. He's got his third for the day. He's been a valid contributor, and Greensborough decreased the margin to 15 points.
But that goal just keeps it interesting. They won't go away. He's kicked 3 goals. He actually becomes the 4th Borough player to kick 3 goals. So a good effort there. First off here, 17-7, 109 the Borough to Montmorency 19-10, 124 around the grounds. Epping has gone down to McLeod 57 to 134. West Preston Lakeside 64 to Eltham's 56, Lower Plenty 65 to Bundura's 97, and Greensborough, as we said here, 109 to 125.
Still enough time here, only 14 minutes gone in this last term, so still about half a quarter to play. Ball wrapped up in the centre of the ground, and the umpire says we'll have a second ball up here from the restart in the middle of the ground. Craker to do the ruck work against Willits. Craker gets a tap down, but it goes straight to Harley Ryan, who bombs it up towards the forward 50 there for Montmorency. But running onto this one here is, looks like Tristan Stead. He has to, gets around one, but gets wrapped up in a tackle there from Pavitt.
Holding the ball.
And a free kick has been given to Wayne Pavitt. So Montmorency have it on the outer side of the ground. And Pavitt's going to send this one long, you'd expect. Or maybe just a bit shorter than that. And finds a man just a few metres up the field. And now they go long inside the forward 50 here. Big kick from, looks like Walton out there. Noonan off the deck. We haven't seen much of him today. Fitzgerald snaps, going towards goal, but just fading across the face. And one behind there for Montmorency. So Greensborough have the kick out. They need to move it coast to coast here to keep themselves in the contest.
And the little chip comes out into the pocket. As McQuilkin short, but he decides to go for a slightly longer option. It was a poor one, straight to Bomber Keenan, who bangs it straight back inside the forward 50 there for Mont. Chris Clark tried to do well on the deck there, and the snap out of the pocket there by, snap out of the middle of the contest there by Pavitt didn't go through for a goal. He just pushed that one to the left there, and that'll be one behind. A let off there for Greensborough. They're still in the game.
So there will be another kick out here from fullback for Greensborough. Drew Wilson just having to retrieve the ball.
They have to be perfect from here.
I feel like there needs to be a bit more urgency in their play. They're just seeming a bit slow coming out of defence here. They want to get it up and they want to lift the momentum of the game and try and get it in their favour. As with a high kick coming out from the fullback. Kick out here up to the left half-back flank, wrapped up in a tackle there. Looks like Tennant at the bottom of that one. Keenan there as well. Umpire says we'll have a ball up here on the outer side.
Boyden back on the field.
Good to see him. I think Wickling will be back on as well. That means kick goes inside the centre of the park here, running onto this one. Harley Ryan overruns it. Boyden back on straight off the bench. Handball's on now to a teammate in Grubb. Grubb has to snap around one. He goes into the pocket and finds Aaron Burns, who takes the mark.
Great mark.
Fantastic mark there. Great work there from Josh Grubb and Reece Boyden in the middle of the ground. And Burns will now line up on a 45-degree angle and try and kick it from about 35 metres out, 40 metres out.
And that's what you were talking about, Jordan, running hard and taking risks, and that's what they had to do. They have to play perfect footy from here to win from this position here midway through the last quarter. Now Burns coming in. He's a left foot kick, so he's in his preferred pocket. He hits it pretty good. He's got the fist pump going, so that's a goal. Greensborough will not go away. They are still in this game.
16-point ball game at this point in time. There is about 16 minutes gone.
12-point ball game.
12-point. My even better for Greensborough, I guess. So even better here. So Greensborough still in this one, and only probably about 10 minutes still left, I'd say, in this last term. So still with plenty time.
18-7, 115 plays 19 goals. 13, 127, so it's exactly 2 goals the difference. It was 11 points at three-quarter time, so the Borough will not go away. Burns kicking his second goal, so the umpire now throws the ball up in the middle of the ground. Getting up high, there was Willits, won it down. Craker at ground level, couldn't take a handball. Going to be extracted Montmorency's way. Kick came from Ryan Jackson, wanted one high, didn't get it. Actually, he might get it now. Going back for a free kick, and it will be a Ryan Jackson ball in the middle of the ground. He's been superb today. In fact, it's Luke Jackson this time here. Two brothers there, Luke Jackson. High kick, up and under. Who's going to fly? Fitzgerald's the man there. Couldn't take the mark. At ground level. Who wants it now? It looks like the man at the bottom there is Pavitt, and he's wrapped up, holding the ball. Here we go. The quick counter-attack. Who's the option now? Looking up for Boyd, and it's a wayward kick, and it ends up out of bounds on the foot. Oh, actually, no, it's just pitched inside. The umpire says we'll throw it in on the wing.
They were away then. It had to be a good kick from Stanton. Had to hit a target, and he just sort of put it into no man's land near the boundary. I guess they gained a little bit of distance towards their goals, but could have the forward line was open, so could have had an opportunity to goal there. Now a chance for Monty off the back of that hit out. Working hard there is... couldn't quite see that. That's Collins with the footy, and he moves it up to half forward, trying to get it to Fitzgerald. A lot of players around him, and then wrapped up at the bottom of the pack was Rintoul, and there's going to be a ball up there at half, between wing and half forward on the left-hand side of the ground for Montmorency. There's the dog barks.
Ball out on the outer side here, about to be thrown up by the umpire. Rocks go at it, and looks like who's going to come out with it here. Ball on the ground here. Greensborough come out with it. Very well done. Fowler has to force the contest. Gets a handball out to the run of Ricky Mullins now. A bit of allows the poor kick. Just slides that off the side of the boot and goes to the arms of Craig Flint. 19 minutes, just under 19 minutes gone here in this last term here in the middle of the ground. Looks like it's Jackson who handballs with a sweeping handball out wide to Harley Ryan. Sidesteps around one, goes to Haynes. Chips up to Collins on the outer side. He goes around one and goes to the right for kick inside the forward 50. There's a high wobbler. Has it got the carry? Has it got the accuracy? It bounces. It's a goal. Montmorency have got one back, and they now extend the lead out to 3 goals. It is 20 goals, 13, 133 Montmorency to Greensborough, 18-7, 115, with only about just under 5 minutes, or about 5 minutes left in this last term.
We've written their eulogy a couple of times today. That probably would just about be it. You think 3 goals back out to the margin. It's 21-13, 133 to 18 goals, 7, 115. So 3 goals needed now, and not too much time left for Greensborough. They're being valid, but how good Montmorency been, just always steadying when they need that goal.
And a great effort by Luke Collins, the sidestep, the shimmy, and then the big bomb from 50 metres out. Sensational stuff there. A good goal for him, and he's been pretty important today, Luke Collins. There's a free kick coming out of the middle after the ruck contest, and it's going to go to Bomber Keenan, and he moves it out wide. Monty now running. You'd say that they're home in this contest. Benny Haynes with a right foot kick gets it inside forward 50, and he hits Walton on the chest, and he's going to line up Benny Walton for number 5 for the day.
He's played on here, and the fist over the boundary line. Has it got the accuracy? No, just
one behind.
One rush behind there for Montmorency. So scores now read 20, 14, 134 to 18, 7, 115.
Surprised Walton didn't go back for the set shot then. He's been so reliable this year from the set shot.
Greensborough now moving it into the pocket. This is Jack Johnston in the back pocket, deep in defence here. He goes with the high kick out to the flank. Fowler's underneath this one. Ball goes through hands. Conti now puts it on the boot and goes up to half forward. Boyd needs to force a contest. Coghill does so as well and fists it inside the middle of the ground. This is Mick Fitzgerald now with a sweeping handball to centre half back. Does well there. Whitling back on the ground from his yellow card. Goes out wide and finds Collins on the run. He takes one bounce. He's a good runner here, Collins. He goes out to the into the pocket and finds the big man there in Willits, who goes inboard, and a mark taken. Oh, just dropped at the last second. Harley Ryan kept on running. Dribbles one towards goal. Not going to have the accuracy and just bounces in for one behind. So they're accumulating their behinds here, Montmorency, now with 15. 1:35 plays 1:15. Montmorency leading by 20 points in the last term.
Greensborough move it out, tried to find Chris Clark, went over his head. It's going to come back in for Montmorency. Luke Jackson's got it, but he's outnumbered at the contest at the moment, but he still gets a handball out to Whitling. He's going to have to use his left foot, and he goes inside with a nice little ball, and he finds a teammate in the pocket, and is that Walton again who's got it there deep in the left forward pocket. This time he's going to go back and have the set shot.
So you go around the grounds, we've got McLeod 134 over Epping 57. West Preston Lakeside 64 to Alton 56. Lowell Plenty 65 to Bundoora 97. Actually, we'll get an update there. I think those scores have just gone, refreshed themselves. We'll come back to that in a moment. That shot on goal always missing near side. Actually out in the full, so no score registered.
So a free kick in the back pocket here for Greensborough. Looks like Wilson will take it, as he has done right throughout the day. Could even be Johnson even. He's taking a few free kicks as well in the back pocket. So it will be Jack Johnston. Looks like he wants to go inboard with the kick, but might have to elect to go out wide instead, and goes for the right foot kick hard up along the boundary line. Who's underneath this one for Greensborough? Ball flying in from the back there was Ryan Willits, who takes a good mark for Montmorency. And the big man just coming over the top. Always an intimidating sight for anyone in the opposition, as he sends the ball with a big right foot kick back inside the forward 50 here. Niner at the back, doesn't take the mark. Coming on the ground there was Chiochi. Kicked off the deck there towards goal, and I believe it's gone through. I couldn't see who the goal kicker was. Might even be Keenan or Donaldson, but nevertheless a goal scored there for Montmorency, and the scores now read 21-15 to 141, 18-7, 115.
Well, they've tried very hard, Greensborough, as they did in the previous two NFL Match of the Days, where we called them. We've mentioned those two games a couple of times against Bundoora and Northcote earlier in the year, and it looks to be a similar tale, but they fought it out a little bit harder in the last quarter than they did in those two particular contests. A really good effort, and they're almost at the level required to win games against good sides in Division 1. As Luke Jackson bursts out of the middle again, tries to get it in the direction of Fitzgerald. He's going to kick it off the deck, but that one has just faded.
No, it's gone through.
Oh, it has. Has he kicked the goal? Has he? Oh, goal to Fitzgerald. Oh, they're running away with it now.
It's a shame that's going to blow out this way, but they're just getting centre clearance after centre clearance, and they're just extending that lead. It's now actually to a game-high lead of 30 points. It doesn't deserve to end this way, but again, Greensborough just unable to run out the game. It's Montmorency 22-13, 145. Greensborough 18-7, 115 closing stages here at War Memorial Park.
They'll get there, the Borough. They'll get there. They're getting closer and closer every time I see them.
So ball back in the centre of the ground here. Wilts do the ruck work against Boyden. Ball comes out the back there, and Greensborough win it up to the half forward. It's just a high up and under kick, in fact. And Stead now wins it. Well, his kick was smothered. He wins it back here, though. Does well there, Stead, fighting hard even at this late stage in the game. The handball over the top there goes back to Stead, who handballs. A bit of a scrappy one there from Stead. Just some sloppy football happening out on the outer side. McQuilkin gets it back, though. He's never sloppy. He goes with the left foot kick and finds Burns, who was harassed by a few other players. Grubno goes with the kick inside the forward 50. It's got the accuracy. No, it doesn't have the accuracy. It just fades across the face. And one behind. So 147 plays 116, and play on straight away from full-back Mick Fitzgerald.
Mick Fitzgerald, long ball. It's not going to reach its intended target. They're not going to have easy uncontested ball off the back flank. Grubb working hard to try and pursue Keenan, and he lays the tackle now. No, it wasn't Grubb who laid the tackle. It was, couldn't quite see, possibly Mullins there at the bottom of the pack who's laid that tackle. And we'll have a bounce there on the outer side. Craker to go up for it, and Boyden also going third man up, but it comes back to Keenan for Montmorency. Tries to get it to Pavitt. Good one-on-one contest. Clark did okay there and forced it the ball to his teammate. And another one-on-one contest inside 50, but Burns was just caught behind it there by Coghill. Good stuff by him. Good body work. And now out to Daly. Back to Haynes. They're working it around deep in the back half here, Montmorency. Haynes, usually a good ball user, finds the man in Tennant between full-back and centre-half-back. He handballs over the top, gives it to Whitling, and now moving through the middle of the ground is Mick Fitzgerald with a long ball. Tries to get it down to half-forward. Paddy Fitzgerald on the end of it. Drew Wilson, another great spoil. His efforts have been admirable today, and now working hard to get the ball back for Greensborough. The handball was over the top of Griffith's head, and there in turn allowed Harley Ryan to get through, who launched another high ball in the direction of Fitzgerald off the hands of Nana Burton. tried to get a little snap kick for goal, but a good tackle there, I think, by Matty Hyde. Brought him down, and there's going to be a bounce about 20 metres out from the Monty goal.
Around the grounds, Epping 9-9-63 to McLeod, 20-17-137. We've got Lowell Plenty 10-12-72 to Bundura, 21-14-140. And also at West Preston Lakeside Eltham, we've got the score currently reading 10-10-70 West Preston Lakeside Eltham, 7-21-63.
So about 26-27 minutes gone in this last term. Full-time siren just around the corner. And the ball is going to be thrown in on the outer side. We have a throw in on the centre wing. Stanton tried to take that one, but just fisted it over the boundary line instead. So umpire throws the ball back over his head, goes over both of the umpires' heads as well. Mullins wrapped up in a double tackle there, and we'll have another stoppage on the outer side. About 28 minutes gone in this final term. 147 plays 116.
In Division 2, it's Diamond Creek 7-10-52 to Whittlesea 15-13-103. We've also got Hurstbridge 15-14-104 to North Heidelberg 16-9-105. Just 1 point in it there. Mernda and Layla, we'll get back to that one in a moment. And South Morang 12-4-76 to Fitzroy Stars 15-18-108.
So ball thrown back in on the outer side again. Willits wins the tap down, and Collins running onto this one. He's been running hard all day, Collins. But Greensborough win it back here from this bit of play on the outer side. Ricky Mullins wasn't steady there with the possession. A snap on goal. Speculative there from the Montmorency player. Just fades across for one behind. So the scores now read 22-16, 148. That's Montmorency playing Greensborough 18-8, 116. And 8 behind. It's pretty good there for Greensborough. Been fairly accurate in most of their shots at goal today.
And now moving out from half back, Greensborough with a foray forward in what could be the last moments of this game, and a long ball, coast-to-coast effort there, and that's going to be a goal. A fantastic effort. How good is that?
Boyden, was it?
Coast-to-coast effort. Rintoul with a big hoiking kick from 50 metres out after he got another big kick from his defender. I couldn't quite see who delivered the ball to Rintoul, but it was another long ball from about a big 50 metre kick, and then another big 50 metre kick for goal from Rintoul. Sensational.
I think that might have been Stanton there who gave the ball to the running Rintoul. So
he's got 3 Rintoul,
and very well done as well as a late replacement for Tim Bongetti, who's usually known as a key goal scorer. So Rintoul coming in and kicking 3 of his own. He becomes the 5th goal scorer for Greensborough, who has 3 goals for the day. So well done there. Good spread of goal kickers for Greensborough, but not enough to win them the game. As the ball is played out of the centre now. Only seconds left in this last term. Conti wins it out there, clears up to half forward. Boyden can't take the mark. Spoiled there from behind from Ryan, and actually a free kick has been given as well. So Boyden will have a free kick at centre half forward, but the full-time siren goes, and Boyden's going to have a shot at goal, but it is Montmorency who win this one. Final score is not yet decided as Boyden is going to come in for his shot at goal, but a great performance today from Montmorency. A great game all around, and Montmorency just outlasting Greensborough at the end.
Boyden to bring it back to 18 points. Boyden, it's a high ball. It's not going to get the distance. So a 24-point win here for Montmorency. We thought they'd get the job done at the start of the day, but it was a bit harder than we thought.
23, that was a rush behind there from Reece Boyden. So 23 points, Montmorency 22-16, 148 to Greensborough, 19-9, 123, and a great day of football all round, and a great showing as well by the special guest of today, Michael O'Loughlin.
Final scores here, Greensborough 19-9, 123 to Montmorency 22-14, 146. As Jordan just mentioned, we'll go to a quick break. Our live scores applications just got a mind of its own at the moment, so we'll come back and we'll have all the scores from around the grounds as quickly as we can. But here in the NFL match of the day, Montmorency too good, winning by 23 points. On station 88.6, Plenty Valley FM.
Watson Holden and HSV Bundura have been delivering exceptional customer service for 55 years by placing people first. They have over 200 new and used vehicles available for immediate test drive. For everyone who buys a new or used car this month, you'll receive a free AFL Standard Club membership. And that's on top of the best deal, best service and best range. Be on top of